All right, everybody, we're getting in the session. Give me 1 second. They are jumping out for heats. I got talking to the guys. Give me 1 second. We are getting out there. I'll go ahead and pull them up. It's going to show you a little bit of stuff on the screen, but that's okay. We got talking about racing at Brewerton this year and how the fields have changed and Fulton. So it's going to be interesting this year IRL. And I totally got sidetracked and didn't get the stream up as early as I wanted to, but we're going to go ahead and get that up now. Let's get ready for tonight's starting lineup. It is race number 1 here tonight. Race number 1 for the 358 modifieds. It looks like somebody didn't grid up, I think. We're going to go ahead and pull up that starting lineup, starting on the pole here tonight in heat race number 1. It is going to be Adam Turner. Outside of him in the number 11, it's going to be Adam Fleeler. Starting inside row number 2, it's going to be Tyler Bushy. Jacob is going to start in 4th. It's going to be Matt Schaefer in the number 5 spot, Gavin in 6th, Gregory Howard in 7th. Bud and Michael Cole did not grid up. Let me go ahead and make this big again as they come into turn number 1 and 2. LaFon, you just made it, huh? Did it put you in a heat? I know you just got in here. Let's see. Did it put LaFon? It did put you in the second heat. Nice. All right. Everybody's going to make it tonight, guys. It will still run the consi, but that's good. We'll need to burn in that track. Remember, all starts on leader. All right, we're going to get that green flag this time by as Pace Truck pulls in. Green flag is out for race number 6 here in the City of Fulton 358 League, as it is season number 3, as we got a drag race for the lead down the back straightaway. Going to be Tyler Bushy down on the bottom side. He's going to try to find his way around Turner through turn number 3 and 4. Who's going to have the lead here for lap number 1? It's going to be Bushy by a nose as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Oh, he gets real tight, slides up that track. They're going to go 3 wide. They're wrecking in turn number 1 and 2. Somehow they keep it straight. Oh my God, Bushy got the squeeze, and Schaefer's going to take advantage as he goes to the point in turn number 1 and 2. Matt Schaefer out front as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Do we got issues going on in the back? Nope, they kept it going straight as they come down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Schaefer trying to hold the bottom side, but Fleeler is going to get it at the line as they head into 1 and 2. Schaefer up the track. Here comes Adam down low. They're going to touch doors out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Here comes Gavin. Gavin's going to lick the stamp and send it into turn number 3 and 4. Put Gavin to the point as they come out of turn number 4, as these guys beating and banging into turn number 1 and 2, getting distracted on each other, opening the door for Gavin as they almost go 3 wide down the back straightaway. They're going to be, Adam's going to pull out. Wow, there's 2 Adams. Fleeler's going to pull out of that one as they come out of turn number 4 down into 1 and 2. Gavin going to lead the way. He was quick in practice as they come out of turn number 2. Adam Turner in that number 2 spot as here comes Fleeler in that number 3 position as he gets around Schaefer. Schaefer back with the cut down out of turn number 4. 6 laps. Oh, Schaefer gave him the right rear. I hope he was hungry as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway, because he fed it to him, gives him the bump into turn number 3. Let him know he wasn't happy as we got a battle for third out of turn number 4. Oh, big door there out of turn number 4. These guys getting elbows up into turn number 1 and 2. You know, neither one of them are let the other one know that they're both letting each other know they're not going to get pushed around as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Checkered flag in the air. Give that W to Gavin. Adam Turner second. Schaefer, Fleeler, and Bushy going to the feature. Everybody else to the consi because the consi is mandatory. All right, so that was wild. For heat race number 2, let's go ahead and hit up that starting lineup. LaFon made it. Wow, Dean Reynolds is deep. Remember, guys, we will be running the consi top 5 transfer through. Start will be on leader. If you do not make the top 5, you still get the race for position in the consi. Everybody is going to make it here tonight, so no worries if you don't make it in through here. All right, let's go ahead and hit up the starting lineup. Starting on the pole here tonight in the number 28 machine, it's going to be Andrew Lawyer. Outside of him in the number 20, it's going to be Maverick. Bonnell. Starting in the number 3 spot inside row number 2, it's going to be the number 38, JR of LJ Parkhurst. Outside of him in the number 88, it's going to be Scott Torbett. Starting inside row number 3 in that number 5 spot, it's going to be another number 20. That's going to be Cody Harris. Outside of him in the 144, it's going to be Jordan LaFawn. I thought he was 144. He changed his number. It should just be 44. Starting inside row number 4 in the number 79 machine, it's going to be Dean Reynolds. Outside of him in the number 12, it's going to be Ryan Holland. Number 15. Then rounding out the field here tonight in the other number 44, it's going to be Braden Howard looking for the green flag out of turn number 4. When are they going to fire off? Green flag is out as Andrew gets a good jump on the field into turn number 1 and 2. Down into 1 and 2, LJ is going to jump that cushion. He's going to try to take advantage tonight. We got no Randy Johnston here tonight as LJ is going to take the lead and lead lap number 1 as they head into 1 and 2. Oh, we got one around. It's going to be Dean Reynolds. Let's go ahead and throw that caution flag as the caution flag goes out. Let's take a look and see what happened to Dean Reynolds here. Yeah, it just looks like he was reacting to LaFawn. All right, it looks like you guys just ran out of room. Dean, you were moving up to give LaFawn room, and the 88 had the run on the outside. He had the bar up there. There was nothing he could have done. We're gonna let that one roll as a racing deal. As they come across the line, it is 2 to go as they head into turn number 1 and 2. LJ leads the way. Nah, he got the run up on the outside. I mean, he wasn't all the way there, but there was no way he was going to be able to react to it. You were coming up for LaFawn because LaFawn was sliding up. It was just, you guys ran out of room. All right, they are coming to 1 to go. Out of turn number 4. I believe they're coming to 1 to go right now. As they come across the line, it is going to be 1 to go as they head into turn number 1 and 2. It is stacked up 2 by 2. What's up, Rich? Oh, Rich, how are you doing? I need to come down and ask you. What are you guys giving? What are cars going for right now if I brought one down to you? Because I got one that I need to get rid of. All right, down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. LJ is going to lead the field as they head into turn number 3 and 4. They are stacked up 2 by 2. When's he going to fire off? Green flag is out as they come out of turn number 4. All right, yeah, I'll probably come and see you. It's just a little Mazda 3. It's not a big thing. Down into turn number 1 and 2. LJ going to lead the way out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Big run for LJ as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Andrew's going to be up on the high side. Will they get 3 wide out of turn number 4? Not quite, but LaFawn is digging that bottom side up underneath Harris. Down into turn number 1 and 2. I got LaFawn. Yeah, oh, big wreck down the back straightaway. Caution flag comes out. All right, yeah, it's probably going to be on LaFawn. I'm just looking at it right now. Yeah, well, I mean, he was a little sideways, too. Hold on, we're going to take another look at that one. I want to get a good look at that. Yeah, that one's going to be on LaFawn. Go ahead and give it to him. It wasn't horrible. He was a little bit sideways, just to let you know, but you did come up into him. Being sideways when you come out of turn 2, you know, it gives you a little bit less room. So I took a couple looks at it just to make sure. All right, so caution flag is out as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Going to be LJ out front leading the way. It's going to be Andrew in that number 2 spot. I don't know. The 1 to go I don't think is working. All right, do it now. So I'm not going to mess these guys up. As they head into turn number 3 and 4, kind of feel like I should take that converter off because that's probably worth the most money on the car, Rich. All right. It is going to be one to go to green as they come across the line. Stacking it up 2 by 2. I don't have it on Discord. I don't have it. It's not playing in Discord. But that would be a good idea. Actually, wouldn't be. Not anymore. They're not big money. I mean, you think those precious materials would be worth a little bit right now. All that platinum. Oh, yeah, probably. But the car prices probably went up 75%. Green flag is out as they come on to turn number 4, as far as buying one, not necessarily scrapping one. Down into turn number 1 and 2, it is going to be LJ leading the way down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Cody is having some issues back there. I don't know if he got contact as they come out of turn 4 down the front straightaway. LJ is going to lead the way. Andrew's second as Ryan Holland going to roll that bottom side in 1 and 2, but Maverick with a big run out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Dean Reynolds has made his way back up into the top 5 as they come out of turn number 2. Down the front straightaway, going to be 2 laps to go. Top 5 going to transfer through everybody else to the Conti here tonight, but everybody makes it. That's the good thing. As here comes Maverick up underneath Andrew. We got a battle for second into turn number 3. White flag is out as they come across the line. Can Andrew hold on? I'll tell you what, Maverick's on the move in that number 20. This is one of those tracks they either click with you or they don't. Looks like it's pretty good for Maverick. That bottom side is not it in turn number 3 and 4. Or turn number 1 and 2. As they head through turn number 3 and 4, it's going to be LJ with the win. Andrew second. Ryan in third. Maverick and Dean Reynolds, your top 5. All right, remember, if you're in the LCQ, you're going to have the opportunity to improve your position. Everybody is going to make it tonight. All right, we're going to get these guys out on the field here for the LCQ. We're going to get this track nice and slick. That's why I like running these LCQs. Well, by nice and slick, a little slicker, as we're going to get ready for the B main. Starting on the pole here tonight, it is going to be the 007 of Gregory Howard. Outside of him in the number 44, it's going to be Braden Howard. Starting inside, row number 2, it's going to be the number 10 of Jacob G. Outside of him in the 144, it's going to be Jordan LaFon. Starting inside, row number 3, it's going to be Bud in that 883. Outside of him in the number 20, it's going to be Cody Harris. Then rounding out the field here tonight, it is going to be Michael Cole and Scott Torbett. But I think some of these guys are not in here. Oh, Michael is not. Michael is not. Everybody else is out here. As they're going to grid up and look for the start. I think that, I don't know. I don't know why Bud's not gridded up. Bud's in here, isn't he? Yeah, he is. No, he made a mistake. He just came up. He'll be good. As they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway, it is going to be Braden and Gregory on that front row. As we are going to get the 1 to go at the line. Let's get this track worked in. Cody, you can either go top or bottom, and Scott, you can fill in wherever he doesn't go if you want. All right, we're going to be looking for the green flag this time by. We got to make sure we clear blacks because Cody might get one if he gets a good start here. As they come out of turn, I can always do it. Just automatically hit it so you don't have to worry about it. Okay. All right, looking for the green into turn number 3 and 4. When is Gregory going to fire him off? We're about to find out as these guys all bunched up. How about Jacob? He's stepped it up the last couple weeks. Green flag is out as they come out of turn number 4. Green flag is out as they head down into turn number 1 and 2. Gregory with a good start. He's going to have a nice lead. Oh, Harrison LaFon almost made contact again as they get to the high side of Jacob. Here comes LaFon through turn number 3 and 4. A little bit of contact. Big save out of Gregory up on that high side as him and LaFon make contact. LaFon to the point in 1 and 2. Battle's going to be per second on back as they come out of turn number 2. Here comes Braden in that number 44. Got a pair of 44s up at the front as they head through turn number 3 and 4. 2 laps complete. We got 8 laps to go. Everybody going to make it through. This is for position. Jacob in the back of Scott. He's going to go around. Caution flag comes out. Yeah, just give Jacob the YOL. He just got in the back of him. Not a big deal. Jacob's just going to get in the back of him. Gets the run into the corner. Just a rookie mistake there. No big deal. No harm, no foul. He's going to give him the spot back. Caution flag comes out. Getting faster, Jacob. We just gotta figure out how to harness that speed. Thank you for giving it back right away. All right, we're gonna get that green flag pretty quick here. Let's see. It's a league. As they come out of turn number 4, let's see if it lets me give them that one to go. It's been messing up. It hasn't worked all season, but we're gonna try it. All right, guys, 1 to go. We can. It let me do it. As they head into turn number 1 and 2, they're going to stack them up 2 by 2. Row here. Which one is going to come out ahead? I'll tell you what. Watch that 20. He's going to have some high side if you want, Jacob. As they look for the green flag out of turn number 4. Green flag is out as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. It's going to be LaFon heading into 1 and 2. Good jump by Cody down on the bottom side as they head through turn number 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. I don't know why it's doing that. Looking for turn number 3 and 4. Cody's going to get tight. Slides up in front of Braden out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. It's going to be all LaFon out front. Battle's going to be per second. What a run by Braden. Braden's definitely picking up the pace a little bit here too. Definitely proud of him this season. Struggled a little bit here too. Definitely proud of him this season. Struggled a little bit the last couple seasons, but definitely starting to pick the pace up in that number 44 as they come down the front straightaway into 1 and 2. I do know that LaFon definitely isn't slow, and neither is Harris, and he is not really letting those guys get away as they come down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3 and 4. LaFon looking to be our B main warrior as he comes out of turn number 4. He's got 4 laps to go into turn number 1 and 2. Braden's going to catch the wall there on entry at turn number 1 and 2. Might have been good for him. He's going to pick up some spot. He's going to pick up some of that space. Wow. Between him and the 20 of Cody as they come out of turn number 4. Oh, get it going straight, Jacob. Get it going straight as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3 and 4. LaFon going to lead the way down into out of turn number 1 and 2. Down into turn number 3 and 4. It's going to be LaFon out front leading the way. 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go as they head into turn number 1 and 2. I'll tell you what, Braden is catching the 20 of Cody Harris. Will we end up with a battle for that number 1 spot as they Oh, I got all kinds of connection issues, don't I? As they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Down into turn number 1 and 2. LaFon going to lead the way out of turn number 4. Sorry, guys. I know the connection is sucky. We were trying to get it fixed here. As it's going to be LaFon winning heat race the LCQ. And I'm going to probably have to kill... I'm probably going to have to kill this TikTok. Yeah, I got... OBS was only giving out 200 kbs, kilobytes per second. Looks... No, it's not coming back. All right, we're going to go ahead and kill the TikTok stream. All right, guys. I don't know what's going on with OBS, but I have 0 kilobytes going out right now. All right, looks like it is starting to come back. It is starting to come back, guys. Sorry about that. Sorry about that issue there. It is starting to come back up. LaFawn took the win there in the B main. We're going to go ahead and get ready for tonight's starting lineup as they pull out on the track. Starting on the pole here tonight in that number 18 machine, it's going to be Gavin on the... what number is he in tonight? Is that the 18? I can't tell. He's going to be starting on the pole. Outside of him, it's going to be the 38 of LJ Parker. Starting inside, row number 2, it's going to be the 92 of Adam Turner. Outside of him in the number 28, it's going to be Andrew Lawyer. Starting in 5th on the inside of row number 3, it's going to be the 83 of Matt Schaefer. Outside of him in the number 12, it's going to be Ryan Holland. It's going to be Adam Fleedler in that number 7 spot. Outside of him, it's going to be Maverick Bonnell. Starting in that number 9 position is going to be the 15 of Tyler Bushy with the 79 of Dean Reynolds to the outside. Starting inside, row number 6 in the 144, it's going to be Jordan LeBon. Outside of him in the number 20, it's going to be Cody Harris. Then rounding out the rest of the field here tonight, it is going to be Braden Howard in 13th, Scott Torbett 14th, Gregory Howard 15th, Jacob in 16th, and the other two I don't think gridded up as we look for the green flag out of turn number 4. Green flag is out. Green flag's out as they head into turn number 1 and 2. It's going to be 3 wide for the number 2 spot. LJ going to break out ahead down the back straightaway as they try to go 3 wide for third behind him. Here comes LJ looking for the lead down on the bottom side out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway. LJ down to the bottom side. Gavin up high through turn number 1 and 2. Slides up the track. Here comes Gavin back down low. Oh, a little bit of contact back further in the field as they head through turn number 3 and 4 coming across the line. It's going to be Gavin at the line that time by. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Gavin going to get the run on the high side. LJ trying to fight on the bottom as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn 4, who's it going to be at the line? It's Gavin in the number 18 once again. Yeah, it is horrible. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Here comes LJ. LJ up the track, slides and hits the boards. Out of turn number 4, we got one into the wall. Caution flag comes out. All right, we're going to take a look and see what happened there. All right, I think he's blinking, too. Yeah, they just touched. I'm not putting fault on that one. He pushed it too high. LaFawn could have lifted. They both could have given each other more room. I think I'm going to call that one. Because I think a little bit of netcode might have taken. Yeah. So if you look right before LaFawn gets to the outside, there's a little bobble in the car. Let's take a look from LaFawn's point of view. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and call that one a racing deal. I mean, he didn't give you a lot of room. LaFawn, you were trying to get in there. It does look like there might have been a little bit of netcode right before you guys actually made contact, which sucked them into you. I think you would have made contact either way, but that was just fight racing. Green flag is out as they come out of turn number 4. Gavin gets on the gas down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Here comes Turner on the bottom side. Turner trying to get a piece of the action as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Down into turn number 3 and 4. LJ back to the bottom side, slides up the track. Here comes Gavin back down low. Great battle for that number 1 spot as they head into turn number 1 and 2. They're going to go slide job for Gavin, cut down by LJ. LJ going to get back up underneath as they come down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Gavin back to the bottom side as LJ slides up the track out of turn number 4. LJ is going to lead that time by. So LJ finally to the point as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Drag race for turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Gavin back to the bottom side. LJ's going to get the wall as they come out of turn number 4. Who's going to have the lead at the line? LJ with a big run out of turn number 4. Gets the lead by the line. He's going to lead that time by it. A big lead into turn number 1 and 2. So he gets the wall, but gets a great run out of turn number 3 and 4 as they ride through 3 and 4. It's going to be LJ leading the way. Gavin in second. Adam Turner in third. Ryan Holland in fourth. Here comes Matt Schaefer to the bottom side. I'll tell you what, Matt Schaefer in the top 5 could be dangerous for this field, and not in a bad way. He has been fast late in these races. Right now, already in the top 5. Could he steal a win here tonight? Don't count that number 83 of Matt Schaefer out, as we are 2 and 3 wide back in the back. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Here comes LaFawn back down low through turn number 3 and 4. Looks like Gavin trying to look low, work the bottom side through 3 and 4. We're going to look a little bit further back. That's where the racing's at. Dean Reynolds right in the mix of it as here comes Bushy down on the bottom side. He's going to lose a ton of ground out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. It is going to be Andrew going to the bottom side. Now as we got a battle up ahead, and it wasn't Andrew. It was Andrew. As he's going to try to slide Schaefer. They make contact. Out of 2, I thought they were going to avoid it. Big save by Schaefer. Andrew's going to go back down low. Down through turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Andrew back down low, down the front straightaway. You're good. You're good. Yeah, you guys are racing at Knoxville tonight, is it? I didn't even look. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. It is going to be we got Adam Turner trying to put pressure on the 15 of Ryan Holland. That is one person. He's got to be a hard luck guy right here in that number 15. He has had some tough luck this season, but definitely has had some speed. It'll be good to see if he can get a finish out of this one here tonight, as he is currently in that number 3 spot. Great battle back here with Schaefer leading this pack in the number 5 spot. Andrew Lawyer, Jordan LaFawn, Dean Reynolds, and Tyler Bushy all on his tail as they come down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. And here comes Cody Harris and Braden Howard as they come out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Top 4 going to stay single file. We're watching that battle for 5th on back as Schaefer trying to hold on. LaFawn tried to go low. That's going to open the door for the number 79 and Dean Reynolds to the outside as they come out of turn 4 down the front straightaway. Down into turn number 1 and 2. LaFawn going to push up the track. Here comes Dean Reynolds back to the outside. Drag race down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3 and 4. LaFawn down low. Dean Reynolds up high. That's the battle for 6 as they come out of turn number 4. I'll tell you what, Gavin is not letting our leader get away, so we got to keep an eye on that battle. He's still on the back of that number 38. We could end up with a battle here tonight for that lead. Remember, it is only 60 laps here as they head into turn number 1 and 2. LJ leads the way. Gavin in second as they head through turn number 1 and 2. I'm still struggling with my signal and my connection. I don't know why. My frame rate's horrible. As we got a little slow car down on the bottom. Jacob's going to roll it down low, stay out of the way as they head through turn number 1 and 2. He's getting those laps in. I give him props for that as they come out of turn number 4. Down the front, down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. LaFawn's working on it as we keep an eye on this battle. We got a battle starting to brew for that number 3 spot. We have a battle starting to brew for the number 4 spot as here comes Dean Reynolds. Dean Reynolds up into the top 5. He's looking for 4th as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Right now, Adam Turner able to hold on to it. Dean Reynolds looking to the high side. Turner's going to play a little defense, but Dean Reynolds going to dive down to the bottom out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. He's looking for 4th into turn number 3 and 4. Remember, Dean had contact in his heat race that cost him what sent him to the back. He had to race his way in, got that final transfer spot in his heat, but he started deep in the pack. He is trying to work his way up to that number 4 spot. He does out of turn number 2. Give it to Dean Reynolds into 3 and 4. Tyler Bushy closing the gap through turn number 3 and 4 as they come out of turn 4 down the front straightaway. Dean Reynolds going to keep that number 4 spot that time by down into turn number 1 and 2. Oh, Jacob, be careful. Into turn number 3 and 4. Dean Reynolds still holding on to it, but that battle is definitely starting to pick up as Tyler Bushy is there. He's got Schaefer in tow into turn number 1 and 2. Down the front straightaway looking for back straightaway looking for turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Turner down to the bottom side. He can't go high. Schaefer's going to get the wall. LaFon and Schaefer almost made contact out of turn number 4. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Side by side out of turn number 2. Turner's falling back. He's going to fall behind Bushy. Move Bushy up to that number 5 spot as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Still keeping an eye on that battle. Yep, I gotta update my shit. You keep losing this voice. Yeah, you know. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and all right, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at it. Sorry. It's just my streaming that I'm having issues with. It's not my PC seems to be running fine. All right, we're going to go take a look and see what happened here. 92 got the oh. Yeah, so the 92 got the wall into the corner. Schaefer got the wall and then just got it in the 92. Big check up there, causing that caution flag. Schaefer's going to be off the track. All right. Look, 92 got the wall going into the corner. Schaefer was trying to check up, got in the wall. They got together, and there's just a big stack up. Green flag is out as they come out of turn number 4. LJ leads the way. Gavin in second as they head into 1 and 2. Here comes Holland back to the bottom side as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, we got issues. I got it. As they head through turn number... What happened to LaFon? Did LaFon leave? Oh. Caution. Yeah, car at the end of pit road. There was a car at the end of pit road. He was past the cone. That's what brought out the caution. This will be a quick one. Once you guys cross the line with the pace truck, next time I will make it one to go. All right, so it is going to be LJ out front leading the way as they head into turn number 3 and 4. We're going to make it one to go at the line. 1 to go at the line as the pace truck crosses the line. It is going to be 1 lap to go. We're going to get back going green. We are halfway through this one. 30 laps complete. It's going to be 29 laps to go when they take that green flag. I got it. Looking for the green flag out of turn at number 4. It is going to be LJ leading the way. Green flag is out. Green flag is out as LJ is going to set it into turn number 1 and 2. Gavin's going to be in second. They're all going to bang the wall through turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway. Here comes Gavin in that number 18 trying to close the gap into turn number 3 and 4. He is hung with LJ all night long. This is not going to be easy for LJ. And how about Ryan Holland still up in the mix? Oh, Dean Reynolds going to bang the wall in turn number 1 and 2. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway, drag race for that number 4 spot as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Gavin to the bottom side. He's looking for the lead. Out of 4, slides up the track. He's got to get sideways to not take out Parker's. Parker's back to the point in 1 and 2. So Gavin putting on a show here in that number 2 spot, trying to get the win here, not making it easy on LJ. LJ hoping to get those points here tonight as they head through turn number 3 and 4 to the line. It is going to be LJ leading the way with 27 laps to go. Down into turn number 3 and 4 going to be LJ. Going to be LJ leading the way down into turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway, these guys starting to get it single filed out as we close in on 25 laps to go. This time by, can LJ hold on the rest of the night? Well, there'll probably be another caution. This track is notorious for that wall grabbing people. You know, you can't even be mad about it. That's just one of these tendencies. This track is tough, tough, tough as they come down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Cody Harris making his way up through the field in the 20 as here comes Adam Turner. Turner's been falling backwards. He's back 5 positions into that number 8 spot as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Our biggest loser right now is going to be Matt Schaefer, and I assume he's got a ton of damage on that number 83 as they come out of turn number 4. Dean Reynolds got to figure out how to keep that number 79 out of the wall. That is costing him time as Tyler Bushy is all over him for that number 4 spot as they head through turn number 3 and 4 down the front straightaway. It is still LJ out front leading the way down into turn number 1 and 2. He's got a good little lead right now over Gavin. Gavin might have used up those tires. That is 1.5 seconds up to LJ as he comes out of turn number 4, leads the way down the front straightaway. So LJ's had a little bit of a struggle this season. He is trying to get out of that hump as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Hold on 1 second. Out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway, it is going to be Gavin now moving to the bottom side. He might have found a little something there. Still quite a ways back from LJ, but could that be something he uses later as he comes out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway? We got issues. We got lap traffic up ahead. LJ directing traffic as they head through turn number 3 and 4. He's telling Jacob to stay on the bottom side when he catches him. Jacob's going to go to the bottom out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. LJ's not really catching him like he thought he would as Jacob moves back to the high side. Here comes LJ. Let's see if Jacob gets down to that bottom side down the back straightaway. Oh, LJ's going to go to the bottom. He's going to slide him in turn number 1 and 2. Oh, Jacob goes around out of turn number 2. That brings out the caution flag. Is that a second caution? No, the one on pit road didn't count. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know why he gassed it up. No, he hit the gas when he hit the wall. And that's what slid him back up the track. I just watched it. No, it makes it worse. All right, we're going to get it stacked up 2x2 down the back straightaway. Looking for turn number 3 and 4. Going to be LJ leading the way. Who's it going to be here tonight as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway? It is going to be 15 laps when they take the green flag. 15 laps to go. Oh, it's not this time. I thought it was this time. Did something happen? My bad. I guess I just lost track of where we were at. Green flag is out as they come out of turn number 4. LJ leads the way down the front straightaway into 1 and 2. Going to be LJ out front. Battle's going to be for that number 2 spot as they head through turn number 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. Big run for Gavin. He's going to keep that number 2 spot into turn number 3 and 4. Out front is going to be LJ leading the way. Gavin in second. Brian Holland in third. Tyler Bushy in fourth. Here comes Bushy down on the bottom side, tried to go for a twofer as Holland's going to get that spot back. So is Gavin as they come down the back straightaway. So Ryan Holland staying in this one. Bushy trying to get himself up into contention as they come out of turn number 4. 13 laps to go. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway, drag race, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Pair of 15s into turn number 3. Which one's going to come out ahead? Holland has held that number 3 spot all night long. Can he continue as they come down the front straightaway into 1 and 2? Here comes Bushy looking down low. Can't get the grip out of turn number 2. He's going to fall back in line as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Top 2 driving away. Gavin's got to be careful not to run the wall. He is definitely running the wall in turn number 3 and 4, at least that time. I get it if they hit the wall once in a while and it happens, but I got to watch and make sure they don't just ride it. As they head through turn number 3 and 4, looks like my stream has finally come back on the Facebook side. As they come down the front straightaway into 1 and 2. 10 laps to go. Does Gavin have anything for LJ out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway? I'll tell you what, Gavin has been searching as they come down the front straightaway. I don't know why Chris was calling me. I think it was an accident. As they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway, LJ leads the way. LJ leads the way. Gavin in second. Brian Holland in that number 3 spot. He's trying to hold on. You know, he had been rolling the bottom every other time. I don't know why he decided to run the top and just lose it. He gassed it up. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Going to be LJ out front. Gavin in second. Brian Holland and Tyler Bushy duking it out for... Oh! Holland blinks out, gets into the wall, down the back straightaway. That's going to cost him that number 3 spot as they come out of turn number 4. Holland starting to have some connection issues as they head into 1 and 2. That is like the worst time for him to have it happen. He's going to need some help to get back into that podium spot. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. It's going to be 6 laps to go as they come across the line. Can Holland reel back in that number 15 of Tyler Bushy? Down into turn number 1 and 2. I'll tell you what, Cody Harris is getting back up in the mix in the number 20. Andrew Lawyer back there in the number 5 spot as Holland continues to have issues through turn number 3 and 4. Holland just cannot catch a break. Every week it seems to be something. This week it's his connection. He had a solid 3rd place finish going as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Going to be 4 laps to go as they come across the line. 4 laps to go as they head into turn number 1 and 2. LJ's going to lead the way. Gavin in second. Tyler Bushy in third. Ryan Holland having that connection issue as the caution flag comes out. You know, Holland, it picked a hell of a time for you to have a connection issue, huh? All right, we're going to go back and see. Oh, just some contact between him and Harris. We're going to take a look. It looked like I don't know if he bounced off the wall and down into Harris, but we're going to take a look. Take another. No, he got sideways. I don't know why. Let's see. He got a little sideways. Yeah, he got the wall down the front straightaway, causing the overrate. That one's going to be on. That one's going to be on Maverick. They're already at the back anyway. All right, so technically that one's going to be on Maverick. I do know that Schaefer did get a little sideways. I do know. Yeah, I know it sucks, Ham. You're good, Jacob. You're good. But Schaefer got the wall a little bit. It brought him down a little bit, and Maverick just kind of ran into the back of him. It is on Maverick, but we're just going to let it roll the way it is. Yeah, you lost that third place as I think you blinked out on the wall there and probably didn't know where anybody was. That's probably why you hit the wall, isn't it? Oh, Dean, you're funny. All right, we are looking for the green flag. You just can't catch a freaking break. Looking for that green flag out of turn number 4. Green flag is out as LJ gets on the gas. It is going to be a 3-lap shootout. Does Gavin have anything for him? I'll tell you what, Cool Tires could make this interesting as Bushy's going to get the wall. Holland's going to slide into third. We got a race for that number 3 spot. We got a race behind him too as they come down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Looking for the line. It is going to be LJ at the line. 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go. We're keeping an eye on this battle for third. It is a hell of a up the track, almost into Bushy. Bushy going to hold the spot as they head through turn number 3 and 4 to the line. It is going to be LJ to the line. 1 lap to go. 1 lap to go down into 1 and 2. Out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Can Gavin catch that number 38 JR? LJ looking to take the win. Here comes Gavin down low. Can he get the run out of turn number 4? Drag race to the line is going to be LJ with the win. Gavin second. Bushy third. Holland in fourth. Oh. Cody Harris in that number 5 spot. So Dean, are you going to be at both nights at Can-Am or just Saturday night? You guys are at Can-Am, aren't you, this weekend? Or yeah, this weekend, isn't it? All right, it's going to be LJ with the win. Finally, he gets one here tonight. Gavin in a second. Going to be Tyler Bushy in that number 3 spot. Holland in 4th. Cody Harris in the number 5 spot. Andrew in 6th. Turner in 7th. Going to be Braden Howard in 8th. Matt Schaefer in 9th. Gregory Howard in 10th. Going to be Maverick. It's going to be Maverick in that number 11 spot. Dean Reynolds in 12th. Jacob 13th. LaFon 14th. Scott Torbett in 15th. It's going to be Adam Fleeler in that number 16 spot. Bud in 17th. And Michael Cole in 18th. All right, that is going to be our field here tonight. We're going to go and see who has made it in the Discord. I'm assuming LJ's in here. He's been pumped trying to get here. Mark Thrash shows up last minute. yeah. Jacob says next week he wants the ULs. He's trying. He messed up. I got to get some laps in with him is what I got to do. Just to help him out a little bit. So we're going to wait and see if LJ gets in here. You got this Discord, right, LJ? Gavin, you get an interview too, and Bushy is not in here, so you can do them. I'm good now. I appreciate you for helping, Shane. All right, so finally, Randy Johnston doesn't show up, and you maximize the points.
Yeah, I seen Randy didn't load into the race, and I knew it was gonna have to be a win for me to have anything for him in his points. Luckily, my drop is a ninth, my worst finish, so the sixth will probably be my worst on there. So as of right now, Randy's is probably a fifth, I think. And so I don't know. It's got to be real close now, right now. So we'll see how it plays out. But yeah, Randy not loading in definitely was a big factor tonight, and I knew I was gonna have to try to maximize all my points.
Well,
Winning the heat race and the feature, that's just all I could do.
yeah, those points, those extra 5 points for winning the heat race over finishing sixth is a big deal. With the point system, and yeah, maximizing your points. You made it so that he has to be on point the rest of the season. I mean, he has been on point all season long, but I mean, he can't have a mulligan. When we do 100 laps at Oswego, he's got to be on point.
Yeah, that track is 100 laps. I don't know. It's definitely going to be. Hopefully next week I get a good week because Oswego is definitely going to be a struggle for me because I'm very, very impatient. So I like to go right away. And by the end of the race, I'm kind of screwed because I have no tires left. But that race, I'm just going to try my best, save, save, save. And that's all I'm going to try and do. And so I feel like these races, with how long they are, they come down to who can save the tires the most. And obviously Randy, and when D Ward's in here, they're the best of the best. So they know what they're doing. They're fast no matter where they are, no matter what their tires like. They'll probably smoke you with half a tire life, and yours is full. That's how good they are. But all in all, tonight was best we could do. Maxed out my points I could get. So yeah.
That I've got one more question since Gavin's not in here. I might as well use you. These big tracks especially, but I picked that 75 and 60 laps just because I felt like there would be a little bit of strategy involved. These big tracks are tough on these tires. I mean, how important is it at a track like Eldora to take care of those tires?
Yeah, especially these big tracks. If your right rear is hang right sideways, you're just scrubbing so much speed off in the middle of the corners. It's just you're just gonna be a couple tenths slower. That's what I was trying to do. Just trying to keep my car as straight as possible. Just trying to drive it, kind of like the go kart days, so smooth on the wheel. Honestly, at the beginning of the race, with me and when Gavin was on my bumper, I'm like, I couldn't tell if I was really saving or not. I'm like, man, he's like pushing me, and I'm like, but I really couldn't tell if I was really saving. So with me having a struggle, with me struggling saving tire, I was just trying to keep my car as straight as possible, trying to drive it pretty much like an asphalt car.
Yeah, I kind of wish Gavin had come up in here because he gave you a lot of pressure that race. I mean, he fell off for the long run, but um, he definitely, and he wasn't letting up at the end of the race either. So he still had a little bit of tire late. So that definitely, he was looking for lines, and he definitely looked like he was in contention. So that definitely had to make you nervous, knowing you wanted to maximize tonight. So too bad he didn't make it out up here. But man, what a run between you guys.
Yeah, I knew me when I started running that slider line, the outside was just so thin. It was really, really hard to hit it. And once I found that slider line of 3 and 4, I knew that was gonna be fast. But 1 and 2, I was unsure. But no, I knew I had to come off on the top on exit just to carry that speed. But he was ripping the top in 1 and 2. How hard it was ripping up there. I couldn't do it. I kept feeding the right rear to the fence, but towards the end, I think it just got so tricky that it was so inconsistent. Like he'd hit the wall one lap, and then he'd be real fast one lap, and then but yeah, right at the end of the race, that slider line that I was running, I figured it out, and I think that's what helped me be safer because it was just so treacherous up top.
Well, you look good this week. Next week, you don't have any walls to bounce off of, so be careful. Let's get a shout out to friends,
What
family,
track is it
sponsor.
next week?
Lernerville.
Oh, well, big shout out to Hunter Hollenbeck. He got stuck working with all this snow over there. So, big shout out to Hunter. What's up, man? I just won. And, yeah, all my sponsors on the real car, mom and dad, and just pretty much everyone who helps me with my real car.
Hunter had a hell of a race yesterday, but yeah, can't wait for season to start and see you out there on the real track this year. Good win tonight, and we'll see what happens, how things end up falling with you and Randy. I'm definitely curious what those points might be. I might even do a test mock-up with the drop week and see where you guys land. So good run.
Yeah, I definitely want to know that. So it's going to be interesting.
Good run, and I will see you next week.
I'll see you next week. Thanks.
All right, buddy. Have a good one.
You too.
All right, LJ with the win here tonight. We got more racing AMX at about 9:30, so about an hour and a half from now. Make sure you guys come and tune in as always. Until next time.